94.9 and 104.5, The Pick. It is Shaggy, and on the phone with me, you might know him as the drummer for Trixter, none other than Mr. Mark Gus Scott. How you doing, my man?
Shaggy, man, I'm coming to Idaho, and I can't wait. Thanks so much for having me, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about. First off, before we get into talking, obviously we had a huge tragedy in the world of rock yesterday, Mr. Eddie Van Halen passing away. Anything you wanted to say about that? Maybe any stories you have about him?
You know what? I got a call from my son. That's how I heard about it first. I'm going about my day, doing my thing. I was actually doing several things at one time. And when it came to me, the first thing I said, it's one of those fake, stupid things that somebody's starting to spread. And you know what? When I came to the realization that it was real, everything just stopped. I think this possibly is the first time that someone from my era has made such an impact on the world that we lost him, and certainly, before, way too early.
I'd agree.
It's so unexpected, and I think it really blindsided so many people. And I'm not a guitar player, but you don't have to be a guitar player to fall in love with what this man has done. And it is a guy has made an impact like that, and now he's gone. It's like, wow. There just about is no words but to salute him and remember him for the wonderful things that he's brought to this world, and truly has transformed rock and roll into something so much better than we could ever imagine. Really something amazing.
I'm pretty much the same. My manager came in yesterday, and he's like, dude, Eddie Van Halen just died. Like, no, he didn't. You shut up right now.
Right, that's exactly the reaction that I had, right? I'm like, come on, Like, man, piss you off.
Exactly.
God, I mean, crazy. And, I didn't even really get a chance to dwell until last night. I was running around all day. Me and my buddies went out. I have a group out here in Arizona, and we're the 5 guys. And we held a glass to him last night, man. We just couldn't believe it. Really couldn't believe it. Even today, I'm just like talking about it. It's like, come on, no.
Did you ever meet him in person back in the day?
Yeah, I was very fortunate. The first time I met him was on stage at Madison Square Garden, 1988, I believe it was. I got to stand on stage with him and take the final bow with Van Halen at the Garden. And, man, let me tell you something. That was just pretty crazy, And like I said, I'm a drummer guy. But, man, there's something about that son of a gun. You know what I mean? It's like he's one of the coolest guys. Very nice, laid-back, fun. And what a player. And aside from his genius on the guitar, it's like I think he had a certain attitude that resonated with a lot of people. When he started, he took pieces of guitars and bolted them together so they would work. People, I don't think people get it. When you see that beat-up red with the stripes and all the stuff, that's what is commonly referred to as the Frankenstein guitar, because he was the mad scientist that put all these pieces together to make his sound, to make it sound a certain way, and to make it happen. And that's how he built his guitars, and it was a revolution in rock and roll. I mean, that's just the foundation where it all started. Forget about how amazing his technique was. Forget about how amazing the songs were. It was the attitude he took to make it all happen. And I think that really came through in everything that he did. And people have embraced that to such a level that it was truly revolutionary. Certainly one of a kind that I don't think there's anybody that will ever come close to that kind of something.
Oh, no doubt about it. And of course, everyone appreciates your kind words about him. I mean, he was a big influence in a lot of people's lives. I mean, who doesn't love Van Halen? Come on.
Bingo. Exactly. It's funny. I think you touched on something there. Van Halen wasn't just a band. It was a religion. Man, I used to worship that VH logo. What I'm saying? It was like a holy shrine. And the music was just, I remember MTV when it first came on the air. They did the Buggles, right? Video Killed the Radio Star. They did John Cougar Mellencamp. But when those live Van Halen videos came on, So This Is Love and frickin' Unchained, I looked at that and I said, that's what I want to do right there. I mean, how many people did Van Halen influence to do something? To get off their butt and say, let's do that. I want to do that. I want to be like that. I mean, that was a huge inspiration for me. And those live videos were shot at the Oakland Coliseum back in, I don't even know when the hell it was, 81, 83, 81, I think it was. I mean, and then I got the opportunity to play there. And when I played, I felt like I was Alex Van Halen. You know what I mean? Slamming the crap out of that snare drum, busting it out. And those were the guys that inspired me. I said, I want to do that. I mean, without that, maybe I wouldn't be speaking to you today. I can't tell you the impact that Van Halen has had and that Eddie Van Halen has had on this world. I cannot even dig deep enough to really express. I cannot.
Agreed, and it still seems surreal. But you touched on something interesting. You know, you're talking about the days of MTV. You saw Van Halen. You're like, I want to do that. And you guys ended up doing it. I mean, Trixter was an MTV band. Your music videos played on there. Does it suck nowadays to see MTV become kind of what it is, not even playing music videos at all?
You know, so I've had this discussion a few times over the past couple of weeks. I don't even know what MTV is now. I don't know how they call it MTV. I don't believe they are music-oriented.
They're not?
So I'm confused by what has actually happened. I mean, they used to lead the way in dictating what was going to happen in music. Now, I don't think they're involved in music, so I'm a little confused. And you know, I understand there's programmed to have a bunch of different shows. I'm not quite sure what they are, but you know, I find it interesting what prompted the change. Maybe as on-demand became such a huge thing in today's marketplace, whether you're downloading movies or downloading songs or going to YouTube and watching videos, maybe the model of MTV isn't necessary anymore. Maybe it's just a different world now. So, you know, I'm not exactly sure. I can't say I have intimate knowledge as to what's going on over there today. I really don't. So I have no freaking idea.
I'm with you.
MTV.
I'm with you.
And you know what? You think about it. Look at the music industry over the past 20 years. 20 years ago, 25 years, I mean, there was no internet. I remember seeing the first band website, and it was a one page with a photo and a bio, and the song was playing in the background. And I remember seeing it going, wow, that's kind of cool. What are you going to do with it? Nobody had a computer in their house. Nobody had an email address. And, like, you know, thinking about getting Trixter.com, it's like, well, what are we going to do with it? At that time, I couldn't see what the potential might be for this sort of thing. What's it going to take for everyone to get a computer in their house? What's it going to take for everybody to start walking around with cell phones? That can't possibly happen. So, you know, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Man, that's insane. Now, with Trixter, I mean, have you guys been affected by this pandemic? I mean, what are you guys up to? Are you working on anything or just sitting back and waiting for it to end?
Yeah, you know what? Everybody's got a million projects, but what's worse, Elton John can't get a gig right now, okay? We're in a really weird time. Things are starting to come back. We got Bike Week coming to Arizona this week, and I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but they're like putting chalk lines down on the ground and segregating groups of people. I don't even know. I mean, it just sounds really weird. Yeah. And I think every state is handling it different. But the idea that at least shows are starting to come back, that is a great sign. That's a beautiful thing. So as far as Trixter, we haven't played in a long time. I don't know what this future holds for us. But I tell you what, I've got some solo project stuff going on. I'm coming to Idaho at the end of October, and we're going to party. We're going to have a great time.
That's what I'm talking about. And I actually went and looked up some of your solo stuff. You came out with some stuff just a couple months ago. You came out with some stuff last year. And you have some music videos just strutting around the desert in a cowboy hat. I dig it.
Man, you gotta have fun. You know what I'm saying? The big thing is this year marks Trixter's 30th anniversary of our debut release.
All right.
And I did a remake of "Give It to Me Good," our #1 hit off MTV. And I gotta tell you, it's been very well received. And I'm actually trying to break some new ground, crossing that line between rock and country, making something I call power country. And it's been a lot of fun. And I just truly believe there's a common audience between a rock audience and a country audience. Today's country, yeah, they're starting to nip at the heels of us rock and roll people. So I want to show them how it's done the right way.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, think about it. How many rock and roll artists are influenced by Johnny Cash?
Oh, man, I'll do you one better. I mean, I can imagine when MTV came out, all those new country artists today, they were watching that Van Halen video. I'll do you one better than that. Brad Paisley, he plays Hot for Teacher during his show.
Does he?
Now, I'm telling you what, man. And I'll do you another one. Zach Brown Band, the biggest song of the night for them is Metallica's Enter Sandman.
No way.
I kid you not. I got tickets. I wasn't a big fan. I went to the show. Somebody said, come on, I got some passes. We'll go down, I'm telling you, that whole amphitheater was up on their feet, hands in the air, singing damn Enter Sandman by Metallica with Zach Brown Band playing it. It's like, are you kidding me? There is a common link between a country audience and a rock audience, and I want to exploit that. I think there's something about the bust here. It's crazy. All these country guys. Toby Keith plays Stranglehold by Ted Nugent live in the show. I'm telling you, there is a crossover thing. There's something up. These audiences are somehow related, and I want to really figure that out.
Now, if people want to go and check out your music, the morph between rock and country, where do they go?
They can always check my website for everything Mark Gus Scott. It's markgusscott.com. Best place for everything, absolutely.
Great. Go and check that out, everyone. And now, for the reason that you are on the phone today, you are coming up to Idaho to promote a pretty cool show and actually host a pretty cool show. Tell us about it.
Shaggy, let me tell you something. For 94.9, 104.5, the pick. You guys are pumping this up. Because on Friday, October 30th, it's Booze and Booze. At the Golden Nugget in Pocatello. It's going to be a costume contest, and we're going to be drinking our heads off. And let me tell you what, Public Enemy #1, the best darn Motley Crue tribute, will be kicking it out and blowing the roof off this place. And let me just say this. I remember the first time their promoter said, they're coming to Phoenix. Come out, check out Public Enemy #1. I said, it's a Motley Crue tribute. Okay. So I go down. I'm checking it out. These guys take the stage. First off, these guys draw people. Then, when they start playing, you got to see the chicks. I couldn't believe it. Normally, everybody's hanging out. They're digging it. It's like, these people were freaking going crazy. The girls are getting crazy like it's freaking Motley Crue playing. I couldn't believe it. They were great. They sound great, but the reaction of that crowd, I'm telling you, man, that's what made it great. That's why I want to host this event. This is something I can really, I believe in it. It's fantastic. What a great time I had. They totally bring the party. And that's why I'm involved with this. They know how to do it right. So again, Friday, October 30th, Golden Nugget Pocatello, Booze and Booze with Public Enemy #1. We are going to kick it in the ass. I swear to God. It's going to be a fantastic party. I can't wait to go. I'm coming a couple of days early because I want to party.
Exactly, and we're here to party, man, and we love Public Enemy #1. They've been here, I think, 2 or 3 times in Pocatello at the Golden Nugget, and every time, they bring a huge crowd. People love it.
That's why they keep coming back, man. The promoter loves them. The venue loves them. The people love it. How do you not do it again? You got to do it. I mean, I really was sold. I couldn't believe it. I went in with a bad attitude. Come on down. I'm like, all right. I've had the best time. They kicked it in the butt. That's why I'm doing this. I'll take it all across America. I don't care. This is great. I'm on the road, man. Shaggy, you're going to be there, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Well, we're drinking, pal. First round's on me. Second, third, or fourth are on you, okay? Sounds good. We'll lock that.
Right on. But yeah, we love Public Enemy. They're great. I tell them, kind of my pitch every time to people is, Motley Crue's not doing anything, so come see these guys. And that still stands true because even though Motley Crue announced their reunion, they're not doing anything right now. It's going to be another year or so before they do anything. So come see Public Enemy.
Man. Dude, I'm not kidding you. What I'm telling you exactly happened just like I said. I went in with a bad attitude. Like, tribute band. They kicked it in the butt, man. They rocked it. And the girls, I swear to God, they get all crazy. They're wearing the whole freaking, scantily clad whatnot, and they're rubbing all that. It's like, this is a show. That's a show. I'm dying to go, man. I'm telling you what. I'm not kidding. That's why I'm flying to Idaho, my friend, and we gonna party. That's for sure.
I'm looking forward to it, man. So real quick, before I get you off the phone here, I know that you are involved with a pretty cool charity for the kids. We just did a primary children's radiothon to raise some money, over $85,000 to the Primary Children's Hospital in Salt Lake City. So why don't you tell us about your charity that you're involved with and how people can get involved?
Oh, God bless you. I appreciate that. Hope for Kids International. Hope, #4, Kids International. Man, I tell you, they do some wild stuff. I remember I wanted to partner with a charity for a project for donation, and it was a Christmas album I did. And, man, all the proceeds for one of my singles, Ave Maria, was donated to Hope for Kids. And I'll tell you what, man, they did stuff. Well, first off, I don't know how many people are aware of how many charities actually put a very recognizable face on it and say, help the children. Oh, yeah, And then you look at the balance sheet, 10% of the money goes to the cause, 90% to some guy's Cadillac.
Yeah.
Dude, when they opened the books to me and they showed me 90% of the revenue went directly to the cause, I said, this is something I can believe in. They dig wells in places like Honduras and freaking the Sudan. They dug over 500 wells since they started in 1973. They built schools, hospitals. They had this one kid, he lost his parents. They put him through law school. I mean, wild stuff. I sponsor a child. Everybody who works for Hope for Kids International sponsors a child. They go on the trips to China and depressed areas. It's like they make a difference. And that, to me, is something I can believe in. That's why I'm their spokesperson. That's why I talk about them. That's why I support them. I think it's something very beautiful, and it's not a scam.
Yeah.
It's so horrible when you see what people do, you know, with these quote-unquote charities. It's horrible. So something that I can believe in, that I get to see the balance sheets and get to preach about it because it's real. They actually make a difference, and that's something that, you know, that makes the world a better place, and that's why I align myself with them, you know.
That's great.
It's a beautiful thing. It has brought me so much reward as one of the greatest things I've been involved with. It's so beautiful. It really is. Hope for Kids International, more power to them. Absolutely.
Well, do you know what? Bless you for getting involved with that. You're doing good work.
Hey, man, we all do. You do it, too. Makes the world go around. Do it the right way. You know, and if we can have some fun while we're doing it, you know what? Sign me up, buddy. I'm in.
It's all about fun. That's what I'm talking about.
That's rock and roll, Shaggy. That's how we do it, brother. And again, you're going to be there Friday, October 30th down at the Golden Nugget, right?
Oh, yes. Public Enemy #1 coming back to Eastern Idaho, everybody. So we will have ticket lists up soon and make it happen.
Everybody come see us at the bar. We'll be right at the bar, you know? And Shaggy's buying.
I don't know about that one, but we'll see.
Come on, tell the program director, give me the company plastic. Everything will be fine. The promotional expense will be fine.
There you go. You got it all figured out.
He's going to sue me. I know it.
I just want to give out a big shout out to a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Mike Gobby, for hooking this up. So he's the man. Mike
Gobby. Oh, man, he's a Tucson boy. God bless him. Good man in rock radio. They're great, great people. And, man, let me tell you something. I've been to Idaho before. I've got some friends out there, too. Mike Rabbit and good old Judd Ball. We're going to be partying in the house that night. I'm not even kidding. It's going to be pretty freaking ridiculous. We're going to have a great time.
Looking forward to it. October 30th at the Golden Nugget in Pocatello. Public Enemy #1 is coming back, hosted by none other than Trixter's Mark Gus Scott. Thank you so much, Mark, for being on the phone with me today.
Shaggy, you are the king. I'm telling you what, when it comes to classic rock, 94.9, 104.5, the pick. And Shaggy, we're going to party.
That's what I'm talking about. Mark Gus Scott, everybody. Thank you, my man. We will catch you on the 30th.
God bless you, brother. We'll see you soon.
You know it. It's Shaggy for 94.9 and 104.5, The Pick.